Did you know that the richest people in the world leave breadcrumbs to their success in plain sight? That's right. Their quotes reveal timeless financial principles that have created massive wealth for centuries. What if I told you that Jeff Bezos, worth $227 billion, believes the same core principle that ancient merchants used to build trade empires? I think frugality drives innovation, just like other constraints do. One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. That's right. Frugality isn't just about pinching pennies. It's the mother of innovation. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel trapped by your financial situation? Most people do. But here's where most go wrong. They focus on earning more instead of maximizing what they already have. Warren Buffett, sitting on $161 billion, puts it bluntly. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. This echoes the ancient principle of passive income that wealthy merchant families used for generations. They didn't just trade, they invested in ships, property, and businesses that worked for them. When I was starting out, I made this exact mistake. I worked harder and longer hours, thinking more effort meant more money. But I was just trading time for dollars. It wasn't until I began investing consistently that things changed. The ancient Romans had a saying, money begets money. Today's billionaires like Larry Page of Google express it differently. Lots of companies don't succeed over time. What do they fundamentally do wrong? They usually miss the future. The lesson? We must position our money where growth is happening, not where it already happened. Here's a practical step you can take today. Identify one area where you're spending money that doesn't create value and redirect it to something that can grow. It might be as simple as cutting subscription services and putting that money into investment accounts. Bill Gates, worth $109 billion, offers tough love. If you are born poor, it's not your mistake, but if you die poor, it's your mistake. Now, this might sound harsh, but throughout history, countless individuals have risen from nothing to create enormous wealth. Their secret wasn't special connections or extraordinary talent. It was persistent application of sound principles. Consider Bernard Arnault, Europe's wealthiest person, at $186 billion. He says, money is just a consequence. I always say to my team, don't worry too much about profitability. If you do your job well, the profitability will come. The ancient wisdom here? Focus on creating value first, and the money follows. One of my viewers recently commented how this principle changed her approach to her small business. Instead of obsessing over profit margins, she concentrated on exceptional customer service. Within a year, her business tripled. The money followed the value. Here's what Mark Zuckerberg, who built a $230 billion fortune by age 40, wants you to understand. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. This mirrors what merchants along the ancient Silk Road understood. Calculated risk creates opportunity. Mukesh Ambani, worth over $85 billion, reminds us that setbacks are part of the journey. If there are some losses that you take, then we're all big boys. We shouldn't be crying. Historical records show even the most successful merchant families suffered losses. The difference? They treated losses as information, not failure. One principle that surprised me from studying both ancient wealth and modern billionaires is the consistent emphasis on long-term thinking. Steve Ballmer, former Microsoft CEO worth $119 billion, notes, when you're running a company, you have employees, lots of them, that can interrupt your schedule. The most successful people throughout history protect their most valuable asset, their time. Perhaps the most powerful insight comes from Chinese real estate titan Wang Zhenlin, worth $4 billion. I'm not a person who pursues luxury. I'm not like those people who, once they have money, compulsively squander it or show it off. This reflects the ancient Confucian virtue of moderation, keeping your lifestyle modest even as your wealth grows. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these billionaire principles resonates most with your financial journey? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. If you found value in today's video, help someone else by sharing it. And don't forget to download my free Billionaire Wisdom Framework in the description that breaks down these principles into actionable steps. Until next time, keep learning from the past to build your future wealth.